on to this, and this is something I, in a way, like to see, and this is something very, very nice, if you think about it. Here it is. Mikel Arteta was getting visibly frustrated with Thomas Partey's performance against Liverpool last night. He was playing utterly shit. Sorry, excuse my French and everything, but he was awful yesterday. Our midfield was genuinely like cheddar cheese. You can just walk through it, through every single hole. It was like a broken fence. Everyone was walking left and right and center in all possible directions. And Partey was in that midfield. So that just shows that he has dropped off. And generally, Partey hasn't been the same since that game we played against Man City and he got outpaced by Kevin De Bruyne. That just kind of showed that he is actually done and dusted here. His legs are gone and everything. We need a proper number 6. We need to sign a proper number 6. Because if anyone says me that Jorginho can play that number 6 role, he can't. He also doesn't have legs. He's the same. He's even slower than Partey. Yes, he has better passing. He has better vision, footballing IQ, you could say. But defensively, he cannot hold up. And definitely, I strongly believe if Mikel Merino comes in, there is an argument to be made that for next season, our starting midfield actually might be Martin Odegaard, Declan Rice, and Mikel Merino. I generally can see that happening. Although we all saw what happened last season when Declan Rice got pushed into a 6. Obviously, on the left side, he had Kai Havertz, which definitely didn't help his case in defensively and everything. So maybe Mikel Merino having there maybe would look better. But who knows, because Rice at 6 didn't work properly. But if Arteta is getting hella pissed, it means that he actually might be on his way out. Arteta is very, very ruthless in this instance. We saw what happened with Nuno Tavares as well. He got a stinker against Nottingham Forest in the Cup 3 seasons ago, I think it was. He got yanked off after 30 minutes, and since then, he pretty much never stepped on the pitch again for Arsenal. He got loaned out, and now you see he's at Lazio where he got injured in the first 20 minutes of the training session. So definitely Arteta might get hella pissed about it. The 30-year-old isn't getting any younger. What is this English? The 30-year-old isn't getting any younger. Okay, broken English. And appears to have lost a lot of his pace and athleticism. He's only 30, right? And he feels slower than Per Mertesacker, man. How does that even work? Per Mertesacker in his prime was slower than Partey. And now Per Mertesacker in 35 was obviously, and Per Mertesacker felt slower than Partey. And now Partey is actually moving slower than Per Mertesacker. How is 30 years old? Generally, those injuries have generally ran him into the ground. He is not ready. He cannot be at the moment our main guy. Yet 2 seasons ago, he was world class. Best number 6 in the league, mind you, better than Rodri and everything. Better than Casemiro and all that stuff, remember? It's insane, actually. Genuinely insane. Once Arteta loses his patience, he's very ruthless. Yes, if Arteta loses patience and faith in certain player, you pretty much can already start packing your bags. That is 100%, and there's no need to any discussions over this. In that instance, he just says, yep, you're done, goodbye. That is something I like about Mikel Arteta. On the other hand, I would like to see similar treatment with players in the starting 11 who are not performing good in games. Because Saka is sometimes having stinkers. At the same time, you can't hook him off because we don't have a proper replacement. And that is the big thing. There are players who are dropping stinkers many times, but you just cannot sub them off. We don't have replacements in those places. Saka, Odegaard, and other players, they just don't have replacements. And that's why sometimes he just needs to sit tight and wait. I want to see the same energy though. Zinchenko get away with it. Yeah, exactly. Zinchenko can drop stinker after stinker after stinker. But look how he's helping our attack. Okay, cool, but he is playing at left back. His main job should be defending at that instance, not distributing the ball when he inverts into midfield. In this instance, play Kivior at left back and invert from the right side. Mind you, Ben White didn't have the best game yesterday as well. He didn't look that good. But overall, we are so obsessed inverting from the left that we don't invert from the right. And actually that makes a bit more sense since that right side triangle of Odegaard, Saka and Ben White is actually working pretty nicely. I would love to see what we had under Granit Xhaka when left side inverts, left back, whoever that might be, and then that number 8 who starts at number 8 pushes up and overlaps Martinelli. Because that one overlap Martinelli had when Granit Xhaka was in the team was the key why Martinelli had the season of his life that year. Genuinely. Because that opened up spaces. Because if he gets double teamed, Martinelli at times doesn't have the I don't want to say technical ability because he's kind of techie at times when he wants to. But he doesn't have maybe the imagination or on some level footballing IQ what to do to take on two opponents. If somebody overlaps him, one of those defenders needs to follow the guy who's overlapping, which leaves him one-on-one. And one-on-one, Martinelli can cook anyone if he wants to. So that definitely opened him up when Xhaka was overlapping him. So at the end of the day, definitely we need a number 8 who starts at number 8, pushes up and tries to overlap like Xhaka did. And then you can invert and you can build that squared box in the midfield if you want to. Big up Midastach. Big up, thank you for dropping by. Thank you. Thank you. Bless up. Thank you. Anyways, I can't lie. I think it's time we moved on from Thomas Partey this summer. This summer? We should have done it last summer when we had a chance and replaced him then. He's unreliable and not at the level he once was. To be honest, Partey's best performances was first 20 to 25 games in the first season we finished second, right? And that is the biggest highlight Partey has had at the time since he's been at Arsenal. Because rest of the time, he's either had stinkers or he's been injured. And let's be real, 90% of the time he's been injured. And his best times actually was at Atletico Madrid. The way Atletico Madrid play against under Diego Simeone, how comes he never got injured in that team? The way he plays, the way he grinds the players, how come they never got injured there? He comes to Premier League, first trainings with Mikel Arteta, out for 6 months, instantly. He is out for the season, then he comes in, plays 20 to 25 good games, and then again, he goes missing AWOL. Genuinely, he's been here for how many, 3-4 years now? And he has had maybe 20, I would say generally about 30 to 35 good to great games. Rest of the games he's been either injured or has had stinkers. And that is just unacceptable, especially since he's one of the highest paid players in the team and supposedly should be one of the best players in the team. Yet, but we saw yesterday, with him in the midfield, we looked like a championship side. Liverpool were playing half of their young, pretty much most of their young players, and they walked through him like he wasn't there. Harvey Elliott, Carvalho, and other players, they just walked through him like he wasn't there. It's actually insane. Genuinely insane. It's time to sell him. The thing is, if we sell him now, right now, imagine, just hypothetical scenario. I'm putting that for you as well in the chat. If you know the answer, if you have an idea, let me know. If we sell him now, right? Let's just say we get Merino and we sell Thomas Partey. Who we are signing as his replacement? Who would you go for? Because we would get about, what, 25-30 million for Thomas Partey. He's on last year of his contract as well at the moment. So we would get about 25 to 30 million. Most likely, especially if he goes to Saudi, right? Who we buy as his replacement? Who? We need a number 6 there. For me, I would like Partey out and Fofana in. That makes Arsenal a lot better because Partey has gone past his prime. Thought I like him. That's the thing. The prime years for Thomas Partey should have been from age about 27 to 31, let's just say, or 26 to 30. And about 70% of that time, he spent injured on sidelines in a wheelchair for Arsenal. Genuinely. He got 200 grand a week, or if not even more, with all the add-ons and commercial deals and all that stuff, and spends most of the time in hospital, in being injured, basically. Signing Fofana would be great, genuinely. 25 to 30 million would be a great deal, maybe 35. The issue is, he's most likely moving to AC Milan by the looks of things at the moment. So that deal is not coming through. Unless Arsenal do something they I don't think have the cojones to do hijack a deal. Because we are Arsenal, we should move like a big club. Go in and try and hijack a deal if you want the player. But Arsenal don't like bidding wars, don't want to engage in those type of situations. We all know that because it's happening year after year in every transfer market. Other teams, yeah, they can barge in, try to steal our players, our signings. Arsenal will never do that to anyone. We are too nice, just like on the pitch. We don't have these bad boy characters on the pitch in our team. And the same goes for club in general. We don't move like bad boys in the transfer window. We should be able, single-handedly, go, let's just say, bang, Crystal Palace. Here's 40 to 50 million, give me Olise. Arsenal didn't do that because they didn't, and in the end Bayern got him. Go to Fulham, 35, 40, 50 million euros. Even last season the same thing was, give us Paulinho. Give us. He would be a great Partey replacement in my opinion. He would be an excellent Partey replacement, by the way. Nope, Arsenal didn't do that last season, didn't do it this season. Bang, he's at Bayern Munich right now. And that is the case every single time. We should be able to go to smaller Premier League sides, just drop money on the table like a mafia boss pretty much, and says, you're coming with me. And that's it. There shouldn't be any fear or anything. Yet Arsenal, somehow in the transfer window, in their mind, they are as big as, I don't know, Leyton Orient or Grimsby Town or someone like that. And they just go, please give us the player. We might give you the money. And that's about it. They're just shaking in their boots.